Hey guys, it's Veronica. Special shout out to Dylan, who I'm sure is tuning in right now. Good luck getting around those new security measures. If you can break through them, then there may be hope for you yet. As you can see, I'm still in my nerd den. There was a wicked snowstorm a couple days ago. Trapped me here a little longer than expected, but I finally finished my Buffy rewatch, and for a little while at least, all was right in the world. I do plan to continue my journey to Chicago in the next couple days. No word yet back from my family. No word yet from anyone, for that matter. Either no one is picking up my distress calls, or Dylan and I really are the last people on Earth. That is a scary thought.
I know I wouldn't be your first choice to repopulate the world, but that still stings.
I have to say, I'm pretty surprised you were able to get through.
You seriously underestimate my computer skills.
Well, that remains to be seen. So, did you learn anything about the Bad Wolf Code?
Not exactly. I poured through every line of that code, and with the exception of, a few parts, I couldn't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to get anything either. Don't look so wounded. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that I've been studying this code for weeks, and as a whole, it doesn't make sense. The equation itself doesn't even produce a theoretically possible answer.
Well, I did promise to be helpful, so even though I didn't learn anything new, I have spent some time thinking about, who could be responsible for this.
Okay, let's hear your conspiracy theories, as long as you don't say Skynet or Sandra Bullock. Those are my words.
You do kind of look like Sandra Bullock.
Focus, Dylan.
Right. Okay, so I think we've ruled out government conspiracy because, I don't think they'd have anything, to gain by bringing this much destruction. And that's the same then for a terrorist organization because, it's been a month since the 0 hour and no one's claimed responsibility or risen to power. That just leaves the nut job with a passion for destruction or someone who was originally creating it for another purpose and something went horribly, horribly wrong in the implementation.
That actually makes sense. The complexity of the code suggests that it was intended for a specific purpose. Either the writer messed it up somehow, or it was meant for a certain target and just ended up everywhere.
And if that's the case, then we may be able to find out, how to reverse it by tracking its origin. If we could look through it and find a creator's signature or something, we could try to contact them if they're still alive.
Yeah, that would be easier than tracing the origins of the code itself. But we can do that too. You know what, Dylan? I was wrong about you. You are helpful.
Did we just become best friends?
And you just ruined it. Just ruined that perfect moment we're having.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Where are you anyways?
Somewhere in New Jersey. I was in New York, but I left at the first sight of trouble. I'm hunkered down in some remote barn.
Aren't you trying to get anywhere?
Not really. This place is as good as any. No reason to leave.
But don't you have friends or family that you want to find?
Not really. My family's in Connecticut, and I'm sure they're just doing, fine without me.
You're not worried about them at all?
Knowing them, they're locked up in some panic room with 3 years worth of food, a full library, so yeah, no, I'm not really worried about them.
You must have some deep-seated family issues, don't you?
Have you heard from your family?
No, I thought my dad would have been able to contact me by now, but he may not have access to a computer. I don't even know if they were home when everything went down.
I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure Mindy's fine too. She seems like the kind of person that would make this apocalypse her bitch.
She is. Yeah. So, what do you think? Continue our research and reconvene same time next week?
That's it? It was a scintillating conversation about what life means post-apocalypse. Thought we'd at least, swap stories of the glory days or compare our favorite doctors. You're totally a 9 fan, aren't you?
And you clearly are an 11 who wishes he was a 10. But yeah, that's it. I have to go get some firewood before it gets dark outside.
I'm gonna start thinking that you're really only using me for my intellect.
Well, I'm clearly not using you for your sense of humor. So.
Okay, it's just hurtful.
Goodbye, Dylan.
What? You're not gonna say it? Oh, come on, you have to say it.
Fine. This is Veronica, signing off.